everybody, this is Lena from Infected Rain, and you are watching Grim TV.
Really, really nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Well, you've been on the road for quite a bit now.
Yeah.
This is sort of, well, I know you have one more stop at a festival, but this is sort of the last.
Yes, actually, it is the last show with the bands that we are touring.
Yeah.
There is one more festival in 2 days that we have in Norway, and in 3 days after that, or 4, we actually already start the US tour. I mean, we started way before that because there's a lot of traveling involved. But yeah, our tour actually ends on June 6th.
It's, well, no rest for the wicked, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. This time it was like that. We got a really nice opportunity to play at a festival in the United States, and we decided to build a tour around it because it's always very tricky to play festivals so far and to bring so many people so far. It is very difficult to make it, worthwhile, and also coming back to the United States after all these years, it was time. So we decided, why not? Let's just continue, until we can just do 2 tours in one. Yeah.
Well, it's basically the end of the European leg of
Yes.
your tour. In a sense, it's a bit playing for your own crowd, so to say, since you're sort of from here.
Yeah, I would say that it's always playing for your own crowd if you are the headliner.
Yeah.
And that is the only difference, really. That's how you know how many people really, came to support you and the package you tour with, We've been on tour in United States multiple times, but the majority of the times we were always with somebody else. So yeah, it will be really interesting for us to see our crowd there.
Hopefully, well, it's a great success.
Yeah, thank you.
Now the tour is called Mutation Phase.
Yes.
Basically, linking it to your last album, sort of.
Sort of.
I was kind of wondering if there has anything kind of changed for you throughout this leg of the tour now, like going from like the very beginning to now.
If something changed for me or for the band?
I guess you can take it both ways, but
well, not much has changed. I mean, this is our work, just like any jobs out there. You do your work, you do it at your best capability every night. Every night is different. We are human beings, so some shows are better, some shows are could have gone better. You know what I mean? Often these things don't depend on you even. They depend often on the venue, on the sound, on the day of the week. It depends where you play on the planet. So many things. Of course, when we talk about live performances, they are unique every day. So we have some fans that have followed us and traveled with us, and even they say, oh my God, every time is different. Like it's the same but different, because obviously we stick with the same lineup. We have the same bands with us on tour. We have the same atmosphere, the same visuals, the same production, but certain stages allow more, other stages allow less. Did something change? Not really. I mean, a great thing changed. We gained new friends. We've been talking that this is our last show together. All the bands on this tour, super, super nice musicians and super nice people. So we're going to miss everybody. But other than that, it's really pretty much the same every day. A lot of work from the moment you wake up, and then you perform, and then, you get ready for next day, go to sleep. If you're lucky, you sleep. If you're not lucky, you just don't. So, yeah, pretty much.
And well, like you just said, made a bunch of new friends and such. It was also kind of nice to see that this lineup for this tour, that it's kind of, in a sense, putting forward kind of leading ladies of metal and even somewhat like, well, the future?
I mean, if you say so. We don't do these things on purpose at all. Like, actually, to be fully honest with you, we don't really care about, oh, let's stick with all females. So, you know, we need to prove something to the world. No, because it's just not necessary. The more you try to prove something to the world, the more you try to, like, put yourself out there and stand for something, the more you're going to be known for that only.
Yeah.
I don't want to be known for this or for something else. I want to be known for my songs. I want to be known as a musician and as a, you know, decent human being that we really don't care if it's all male band, all female band, mixed. It so happened that all 3 bands in this tour are mixed. We have a good amount of ladies on tour, a good amount of, you know, guys on tour. It's a great balance. No complaints so far. No, like, it's super nice, you know. Even in my own band right now, it's like 2 female musicians and 2 male musicians. Should we be like ABBA? I mean, love ABBA with all my heart, but I'm not going to be there. No, we are female musicians, and I don't want to offend anybody who wants to stand for this, you know. Kudos for you and for your patience and for your will. But there's no space really for this type of things in my life right now. So I chose what I want to stand for, and what I want to stand for, I sing about it in my songs. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. And if it's possible to just, you know, keep it gender neutral when it comes to art, that would be amazing. Please.
Yeah, I mostly brought it up because it's just nice to see that like we get these kind of mixed bands and such, like, more frequently now.
There are so many talented ladies out there, so many talented, you know, guys out there. It's just crazy. It shouldn't be about, you know, do you have boobs or you don't have boobs, or do you wear skirts or do you wear pants? I feel like we are over this, you know, like, it's just music. If you like it, great. You're welcome. If you don't like it, also great. There are definitely other bands for you out there, you know. So yeah, let's not keep it in the box of certain, you know, descriptions or I don't know.
I'm completely there with you. That's something that on our side, I every time there's any like writer or something like on the female fronted band, is like female fronted, delete. I
like,
just don't like it.
It's just so unnecessary. It became like a specific genre of music. Like, why? Like,
it's also
not necessary.
Always a discussion again, like, but why don't you call the other bands and the male fronted bands?
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Just before you started the tour, you released a new single.
Yep.
Kind of hinting at what is coming next. Now, I believe that the song talked about kind of feeling unfamiliar with yourself, in a sense.
In a sense, yeah.
Is that something that, like, when you're like touring and on the road and kind of like gets away from your home and such?
No, this is a more simple type of feeling. This is more of a feeling when we live our life, we often subconsciously and consciously try to please people around us, whether it is society, you know, work rules and work, you know, colleagues and your superiors at work, or whatever you want to call them, or it is family. You know, you always try to be the person they want you to be. And it is very important to have a good balance between, you know, following these standards, but not forgetting about who you are. Because after a while of pleasing everybody, the risk of losing yourself is very high. So it is very important that even after ages and after so much time that has passed, no matter what age you are, that you look in the mirror and you can still recognize yourself, and you can still see that little boy or that little girl in the sparkle of your eyes. It's still there, no matter how old you are. If we're talking 30, 40, 50, 60, it doesn't matter, like, it's just very important not to lose yourself to others. If you lose yourself because this is your goal and this is what you want to do, then it's different. Lose yourself, just be in the moment, no problem. Absolutely. I'm more talking about what we become for somebody else. We just often do it subconsciously. I know I do it subconsciously a lot because somehow there's a very strong people pleaser inside of me that I'm always fighting. And it's good because often that gets you places because, you get shit done because it's expected of you and so on. But is it necessary? Will the world stop if you don't? Will something happen if you don't? Or if you have a different opinion, why can't that be presented nicely to the world, to the society, to the family, to your significant other, and represent you and show your core, your thoughts, your feelings about it? It became such a taboo that speaking about your feelings, it became rude nowadays. People literally take it personal when you say, hey, this and this and this makes me feel like this. Instead of thinking for a second that, oh shit, that wasn't my intention, right? It wasn't my intention to make you feel that way. Or, oh shit, my behavior really means a lot for this person. So if I can turn it down a little bit and not make this person feel this way, maybe I could, or whatever. There's always like a happy medium that can be met, in my opinion. I have tried different jobs in my life and, throughout my life, and on many of them, I stayed for a long time. I come from a very big family with a lot of people, with a lot of opinions. I come from Eastern Europe where your opinion doesn't even matter, stuff like that. Like, of course, I'm putting it very drastically, but if you are a woman born in the 80s in ex-USSR country, you know what I'm talking about. So it wasn't easy to find my voice, to find myself again, to stand for what I want, and to be okay with not feeling up to a task sometimes, instead taking a step back and listening to my body. We are not eternal. If we are going to always do what is expected of us, we might end up ill, So this is basically what Stranger is about, is remembering yourself and trying your best not to become strangers to yourself,
What I was sort of getting at too was that kind of, like I said, being like a people pleaser and like the potential of like losing yourself a bit. Is that something that kind of being on tour, that there's like somewhat of a risk
being
of
on tour?
Yeah.
Being on tour is the closest to being myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I write about my own feelings, and every single song is a part of me and a part of our musicians, of course, but I can only speak about myself. So on stage is the real me, is the more real me than even in my everyday life. Yes, do I try to be someone different when I'm not on stage? Sometimes I have to. Like, I often go to the merge after the show and I have to be polite and patient, even though I just played an hour and 15 minutes live performance where I'm super sweaty, super tired. It's my show number 30, and people expect so much of you. They expect you to be happy. They expect you to be compliant. They want to touch you, to kiss you, to tear you, to push you. And sometimes I put my foot down, and I'm quite a direct person. Some people don't like that. In fact, that's why I don't have like many friends. But that's fine by me, because like if you don't like the real me, then you don't like me really. You like the image of me that you created. And if you're an asshole to me, I'll be an asshole back. Possibly. Maybe I'll give you a chance and I'll be nice in the beginning, because the benefit of doubt, you know, you never know why someone is coming in hot, so direct. But often I have to be a bit more direct and in your face and be like, put your hand down. Do this, do that, you know, because people have to be told that, hey, I'm not here for you to touch me, to, you know, pull me, to like all this kind of stuff. And it's hard because they are your fans and they love you so much, and they don't think that that's such a big deal. But there's a line of more people that every single one of them wants at least a minute to tell you something. And sometimes it becomes difficult. So if you're asking me, maybe that's where I try my best to just, you know, be polite and like not show how tired I am and how annoyed I am with certain people, you know. But on stage, it's definitely the most real, authentic. Yeah, for sure.
I can imagine it's sometimes tricky, because there are those very dedicated fans that sometimes have the notion that they kind of own you, so to say, and
or you owe them.
Yeah,
like you owe them if they are here and they love you. You know, like today I received a message from a guy that said, "I'm your biggest fan in Norway. Can you put me in a guest list at the festival?" Like, I have so much to say, but I decided to do something neutral and just not answer. Because there's so much to say here. First of all, if you're a fan, you support a band. If you don't have money, which happens, okay, I come from a very poor family. I know what it means not to have money for extra things. You write a different kind of message, a bit more down to earth and so on. Or you don't go to the show. And third of all, it's not even our show. I can't do anything. It's a festival. It's your local show, your local festival. I can't do anything. It's not my show. I'm not even the headliner there or anything, right? But I won't sit there and explain all that to people, because it's a lot of messages, it's a lot of people, and it's only one you. So often I choose this, being neutral. And again, if you are my biggest fan, do I owe you something? I don't think so. You don't owe me anything either. Absolutely. I'm not asking anything of you. Of course, it would be nice to have fans support you, but we can't ask for it. If you can, you support. If you can't, you cannot. And that's that, you know. But having expectations is very, very thin line, you know. It's thin line between, oh my God, this is annoying, or oh my God, this is too much, or oh my God, I can't do this anymore. How many musicians out there have quit because they felt overwhelmed by the expectations of the world towards them? Of course, talking about musicians of insane fame. You know, it's difficult. It's not easy. For a medium band, for a small band even sometimes, people get entitled and But I don't want to sound pessimistic. I love our fans so much. And I love that we can connect, and I love that we can see each other. I'll gladly give you a hug and listen to your story when I have the moment. You know, that's all I'm asking for, is understanding. That's it.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a tricky balance, and sometimes hard to remember. Like, you've just seen this awesome show and like awesome talented people like playing their everything out. So I can imagine it's sometimes hard to like remember that they're all humans still too there. So but yeah, like when we just started this talk, like you're gonna be touring till June somewhere.
June 6th, yes.
You're already like with that single, we're kind of hinting at the next phase with like an upcoming album.
Next year, yeah. It's more like next year. We are not rushing with the new album. We have a lot of new songs, a lot of new material, but we are not rushing.
Yeah, I wasn't planning to like try to dig deep into that.
Unfortunately, it's not. It's not. We don't have it. Yeah, it's not even a secret. We just don't have a release date.
Yeah. While you're kind of like now touring with basically your latest album and your material of before, and you have sort of on the horizon like a new album coming. Do you feel like you're somewhat already a little bit with like a foot into like your next chapter as a band, or?
I mean, of course we are, and we are in between albums. We actually played 2 new songs on this tour. One is Stranger, and one is a completely new song that we just wanted to bring as a gift to our fans and listeners. So only if you come to the show you can hear it. It's super nice song. We love every single new song that we have so far. But that's why it's Mutation Phase. This is what the mutation actually is like. It's involving the time between 2 albums, the concerts between 2 albums, our growth as musicians, as human beings between 2 albums, and this transition, This is why Mutation Phase.
And talking about mutation, like without going into too much details, can you like expect any like big surprises or like
you'll see today at the show, on the stage.
Yeah, well,
you will, because there's already some. Yeah.
Well, people that already went to the shows already
correct,
know. So
correct.
All right. I think we're about there. I think I'm gonna let you have some time for yourself still before the show.
We have meet and greet and so on.
Is there anything at all that you would like to say still to whoever ends up checking us out?
Just thank you so much for your support and for your love. We are super excited for tonight's show in Finland. We have a special place in our heart for Finnish audience. It's going to be great. And again, it's going to be a party because it's our last show together with our friends from Butcher Babies and Black Spikes. Absolutely amazing tour, amazing musicians, amazing bands. So we're going to miss everybody. So I hope you didn't miss the shows.
You're right. Thanks so much for the talk.
Thank you.